Professor John Keane, you've been described by the Australian Broadcasting Commission as one of the great intellectual experts from Australia. You were born in Australia, but your ancestors came from Ireland.
My father was Irish and from a poor, landless, famine-stricken family. They emigrated in search of a better life. And I would say that half of my genes are Irish. My mother's side was English, dissenting Protestants who came to Australia also in search of a better life and were very strong parliamentary Democrats, let's say. So this is a rather unholy mixture.
Is that what prepared you for your search for democracy and then to become a world-renowned specialist in democratic thought?
Well, we are all carriers of many experiences and our lives are made up of many rooms. Several of mine certainly are. And my memories from childhood are strong along those lines. There was a strong sensitivity to empire in Australia in the period in which I grew up. I mean, against the British Empire. The feeling that the local experiment should be different, that it could borrow from many places, and that, above all, it disliked arrogance, hubris, that it believed in the rule of law in elections, and it was a place, something of a laboratory, where institutions were invented for the first time in the world. The secret ballot, for instance. Women got the vote first, and the right to stand in my own state of South Australia. That's something of which I'm proud. There are ugly sides as well.
Well, I wonder where you see Australia now, being part of the war on terrorism, part of the alliance that invaded Iraq, and with the ugly riots that we saw recently showing signs of growing racism against newcomers.
All of that is ugly. It has deep roots historically. But there's no doubt that it's being nurtured by government policy and government strategy in the world. And I think one of the tragic things when historians look back on this period, looking at that little would-be republic in the Pacific, South Pacific Ocean, is the way in which it willfully joined the United States in breaking up institutions, in acting bilaterally, acting like a bull in a china shop, all of which I think has been bad for world politics, a setback, so to speak.